Before we begin, a couple of housekeeping notes. If you have a cell phone, I know some had already accommodated me already, and I appreciate that. If you please put it on vibrate or turn it off if you can't figure that out. I know some folks, sometimes can't get to that button. So if you would please indulge me for that opportunity, I'd appreciate it. This town hall meeting has been, this is really technically our third town hall per se. Today's town hall meeting is sponsored by the 4 Wards Coalition for Empowerment, and this People's Town Hall meeting on education issues and solutions came out of a lot of what's been happening throughout this state and in other states as well, throughout the country really, with the issues that have been raised regarding education and how it is to be delivered to our children. One of the things that you may be familiar with, our governor, he had decided to take the No Child Left Behind waiver for our state. Some people think it's a good thing. Some people think otherwise. That alone has set the stage for a lot of what is going on today. No Child Left Behind waiver. And today, what we are planning to bring forth to you, we don't have an agenda. We don't have something that we're trying to force upon you. The main thing that I want you to gather from today and want you to understand before we begin is that all we are offering to you is the truth. Nothing more, nothing less. We just want to present the facts to you as they are. And you'll be hearing from Sharon Smith, who's the co-founder of Pulse, Parents United for Local School Education. She'll be talking towards the end, and you'll hear about what's going on in Newark, which is basically a microcosm of what's to happen throughout this state, really. What's happening in Newark is, I guess you could say it's the first of more of, for lack of a better term, more pain to come when it comes to education. What we have seen in terms of education reform, from our perspective, has not been in many ways positive at all. There's been a lot of issues that have been raised, and she can speak to it because I think Newark, because they're so far ahead in this situation, they can give you probably the clearest picture as to what you can expect and what is actually happening when it comes to this education reform agenda. At this time, I'll introduce myself. My name is Lorenzo Richardson. I'm the president of the Concerned Citizens Coalition. Everyone who's here has a bio in your handout, so we're not going to read everyone's bio, but I'm just going to briefly introduce everyone who's going to be on the panel, and our first speaker, who's going to be Mr. Stan Karp, who is the Director of Secondary Reform Project for the Education Law Center. Before I bring Stan up, I just want to make sure that you will be receiving some index cards while Stan is speaking to write down questions. And when we get into the panel discussion, I will be bringing those questions forth to the panel. They will be collected prior to that, so just raise your hand and there'll be someone to collect the card back from you once you're done writing down your questions. At this time, I'd like to invite the first speaker, Mr. Stan